Hi everybody, Natalia at outstandingcrochet.com. In this video today I would like to show you how to start double crochet row without beginning chain 3, which counts as first double crochet. On this sample here you can see first 4 rows started with chain 3 and the last 4 rows started with the stitch I'm going to show you. There's not a huge difference between two of them, but chain 3 tends to arc a little bit to the side. And this edge looks a little bit neater and more straight. Let's get to the point. I'm not an inventor of that stitch. I don't know who is. I applaud that person. So at the end of double crochet row, extend the loop about double crochet height. Turn. You can rearrange the loop so it's not twisted. Then turn your hook around the loop while at the same time holding that loop on the hook. Yarn over, draw yarn behind that first loop, draw yarn through first loop, yarn over and draw yarn through 2 loops on hook. So this is your first stitch, which substitutes beginning chain 3. There is another way to do this stitch, which actually has a better result. Start with the same extended loop about double crochet height. Turn your hook around the loop, holding loop on the hook, and then insert your hook in the first stitch, yarn over and draw it through the stitch, yarn over and draw it through 2 loops on hook, yarn over and again through 2 loops on hook. So this is a better looking stitch, as you can see. It looks more like double crochet than the first one. After watching all those videos, I realized that that step of turning your hook around that extended loop and holding that loop on the hook is not necessary. It's actually hard to do, especially when you're making tight stitches. You know, holding that hook, that loop on the hook is not an easy task, I'm telling you. So extend that loop again, insert your hook in the first stitch, yarn over, draw yarn through the stitch, yarn over, draw yarn through the first loop on the hook and behind that extended loop, yarn over and through 2 loops on hook. This is exactly what we did on the second time. It's the same stitch. We skipped that unnecessary motion of turning your hook and holding that loop on the hook. It's not necessary. This is the same, exactly the same combination of loops. Your double crochet row. You can incorporate that stitch, that beginning of row, into double crochet rounds. I got an idea for this video from my customer who suggested that maybe it would be a good idea to substitute the beginning, to make this way the beginning of rounds for Corfu bag bottom. Here you can see my Corfu bag bottom, and each round starts with chain 2, which does not count as a stitch. And you can see the line, the beginning of the round's line here. It's visible, nothing bad, but it is visible. And here I made a sample where I skipped beginning chain 2 and just substituted first front post double crochet with that first in row, first in round double crochet stitch I just showed you. You can see that it kind of created like a pleat at the between the beginning of end of round. The end of rounds kind of folds to the beginning of the round. Actually I don't like this effect. Maybe there's a better way to do that. Maybe we can think on how to make slip stitch differently at the end of round. I don't know, I didn't find the way yet, so for now I'm sticking to this technique and of making chain 2 at the beginning of each round, and do not count it as a stitch, and just making all stitches as front post double crochet.